We are here with Max,
Hey.
everyone. Max is here.
Thanks for having me back, always.
Oh my gosh, it's like, I was just saying, when you're here, it just feels like family coming to visit.
Thank you.
Right? Like we feel comfortable around each other.
That's how I feel every time I'm here too.
Oh.
Hometown station. It's just nice to be home with you guys.
That's so great. And you guys are mostly LA based at this point, but still.
We just are tour bus based, basically, you know, but or airplane based, you know what I mean? But it's amazing life. I love it. So it's great to be home and hang with the Knicks. Go Knicks! Everything is the best when I'm back in New York.
Listen, you were not here that long ago.
I know.
And we were kind of like slow dropping these singles, like leading up to the big thing. And the big album drop is the 16th.
Yes.
Holy crap. That is so cool.
Thank you.
So like the fact that you put so much of your personal life into your album and all of the songs, like, does it feel like almost like you're just dropping it all for us?
Yes, it does. It's very therapeutic, I've been saying. It's like, it's interesting that I've heard these songs hundreds, if not thousands of times. My family has heard them, the mixes, all that stuff. So it's really beautiful to just like let it into the world and just, it's kind of like having your kids probably going, I don't know what that feeling is like that. I'm actually dreading it because I have a 3-year-old, but you know, just like letting them go and live their own life. I hope they enjoy the world, my songs.
Well, we obviously do. And you're doing like in conjunction with the album drop, I think a couple of big cities, including New York. New York is on Friday.
Yeah, New York's on Friday.
Where
exactly.
are you playing on Friday?
We're playing a little, an intimate show at Bowery Ballroom, which I've never played. Growing up here, I was like, I got to do that for an intimate show. So playing there. And then, yeah, we're doing Korea, LA, Chicago. I'm excited.
That is so cool. Who decides where you're going to set up?
Pretty much me, honestly, and my team. Yeah. And it's cool because at this point, my team is really respectful that, you know, I have my beautiful daughter and my wife, and we kind of just plan our life around our world. And, you know, I want to be able to make sure I go to school with her and drop her off and hang out and then go do a show. So that's kind of how we do it.
Edie Celine.
Edie Celine.
Oh my God. And by the way, so you dropped the track listing too.
Yes.
Edie Celine is the last.
It's the last song.
The last song.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's such a personal thing, this like lullaby for your daughter.
Yeah.
And you're sharing it with all the fans.
Yeah.
How do you make that kind of decision? And did you guys need to talk about it?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Family.
You know, I think that my whole career in the time that I've been with Emily, you know, the first one was Lights Down Low. That was the song I proposed to her with, and I think that was one of the first times we decided for us and our world and our career that we would be open about it, because, you know, we want to be the foundation for people who believe in the same things we believe in, and loving the people you're supposed to be with, and so I think that was the start. And with Edie Celine, same. It's like it's always going to be her song first, and then hopefully anybody who has a daughter or kid out there can feel like it's their song too if they don't write songs. That's really what any of my songs are for. Those who don't write their own, I hope that we can be the songs for them.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Thanks.
That's like such a service,
It's,
right?
It really, honestly, I like to think of it that way. I think that's what keeps everybody grounded. I love when artists are the most humble, and I think realizing that is a service. Like what we do is it needs to start there, you know. So it's beautiful to be of service in that way.
Yeah, I mean, everything that you do feels like so authentic, and
Thank
I think
you.
that's basically your brand, is that you're willing to share all of the details of your life with everyone.
Yeah.
Does it ever get to a
It's
point where
funny
you're
to
just
say
like, oh
that.
my God, I just want to like delete Instagram off my phone for a second and like just not.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of therapy, a lot of great boundaries we've established, which is great. I would say, and my wife's been saying it's been cool. This has been the most fun I've had for an album release, because I've just been enjoying the process and able to, like, we stayed at our favorite hotel, which was where we stayed at our wedding night every time we come back to New York. And we did that this trip, and that, you know, put the phone away and just like remind ourselves that these are the little moments of life. And so I think that has been really empowering to make those boundaries in space, because otherwise you go crazy. It's all you live.
Yeah. It's tough, and I feel like, you know, everyone's got something to say on the internet too.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, how are you going to navigate that now, having a child? It's
Great question. Yeah, I've gotten to a point, again, lots of therapy, lots of talk, to just be okay. If someone hates me, what am I going to do? As long as I'm being myself and they're seeing that. If they don't like that, then I'm not going to be someone else, you know? So I think I try to just let that go and not try to convince them. I think I've always wanted to be I think maybe many people have this complex where it's like, you just want to be liked by everybody. But I finally gotten to a point where I really don't mind if I'm not their vibe, which is okay, you know? And I hope that my daughter gets to that place as well. You know, that takes time, but in a similar way, I hope that I can show her that that's the example, that she should just be who she is.
That's amazing. I mean, if you think about it, like, she's not going to know a world without all of this.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, like, how old you are, but
yeah,
like, I remember growing up and not having social,
Oh,
or even
yeah.
a computer for that matter. So it's like, the world that they're living in now. And like, thank goodness she has some great examples showing her that like you need to love yourself first before you care about what anybody else thinks about you. It's a hard thing because like I think everybody struggles with it. Everyone wants to be liked.
Of course.
And having social media out there, it's like makes it so much worse. The pressure.
Yes. You're so right. I agree. It's interesting because, you know, it takes time to get thick skin. It's like, at least in my opinion, I think you can just ignore it fully, or you can sort of accept that it's there. And the acceptance has been hard. It's hard to see when people hate you or have certain words or don't like what you're doing. But it's definitely, you know, the resilience builds, and I hope that she's already a little resilient queen. Like she falls down, my daughter, and she just gets right back up, and that's all you can do.
Is she watching Nanaland, by the way?
Nanaland? No,
do you know
I don't think so.
Do you know? Because we actually interviewed the puppets from Nanaland
Oh,
yesterday.
really?
Like we're obsessed with it. So I was curious
cool.
if like actual children are watching the show.
Yeah,
or if
our actual children. Not my actual child. Maybe I'm sure other actual children are watching it. What does she love? She loves like Sesame Street, classic.
Oh.
She loves lots of Pixar movies. She loves the one of my favorites ever is the new Puss in Boots movie, the Last Wish. That movie's just like a masterpiece. Oh my gosh.
Think of like the little kitty with the big eyes.
So good.
So cute,
so
right?
Cute, so cute.
Oh my gosh, she has good taste.
Great taste.
So in addition to her song on the album, I know you just dropped Say Less,
Yes,
which is a bop. Like
Thank you.
now we've got this like upbeat song and the video which just came out along with it.
Yes.
Do you mind if I ask and geek out? And I know Nick, who's doing
I love a geek
video,
out. Please.
He's gonna want to know what camera was used for that.
The man who shot that video and directed is sitting in this room right now. He's behind you all right now. He could say the camera.
So can you tell us?
Say the camera, Miles.
Wow. It has like that's so funny.
What is it? The Lumix S1H. Lumix S1H.
You guys need to watch the video because it's got this like old school like retro vibe, and I don't know how much of that was done in like post production, but it's such.
That's
so
all
cool.
of it. It's all of it. He goes.
Oh my gosh, it was.
Well, thank you.
Well, oh my goodness, I love it.
He also shoots on some film cameras and does mixed media a lot, like Super 8, etc. Right? I mean, we like to have fun with it. I feel like one of my favorite things about Miles Murphy, the director in the room right now, who does a lot of my stuff, is that he just has an incredible knack for capturing authentic special moments, and a lot of our videos for this album have just been not as planned. He's just capturing what's happening, and that was on the shoot of the album cover that Sarah Eisman did, and it was amazing. So yeah,
I think that's what makes it so special is that like sometimes it's like those moments where you're not paying attention as much, where they come out the best. Like those are the best takes. And the cool thing is like I don't think every artist is like you, where like literally the video person's like sitting in the room. Like you have so much say. It's like your actual team.
Yes.
Like where you know about every little aspect of your album. and listen, it's not like a micromanaging thing, but it's you know, just the fact
My
that
wife laughed.
She's like, I had enough. But like
she's like, it's not a micromanaging thing.
Has it always been this way for you where you have to have a say in every part of what you put out into the world? Or has that come with like, I guess each album is more creative control?
Yes is the answer for sure. I've always kind of been that way. I think it started from like doing YouTube covers at my parents' house, and we still do videos at my parents' house, which is amazing. But we would just like shoot them as a little team, like my friend Kurt Schneider and Manny and I, we would just like do that and then play a game of League of Legends. Shout out to those fans. And we would just do that in my house. And I think that coming from that same like sort of self-sufficiency, it's great to now have like 30 people on a crew for a great video, but still know that we all have to have our soul in it, I guess. And a big thing I've been working on in therapy is really trusting the amazing people I get to work with. So I want to make sure that I'm involved, but I also don't micromanage too much. So I can just trust, I think Miles is amazing. He's going to edit an amazing video. Let him have the creative freedom.
Yeah. Trusting your people for sure.
Yes.
I feel like I need the number of your therapists because I'm like, nobody can do it as well as me. No, that's so much fun. And wow, the date is really sneaking up on us. Crazy. February 16th. You want to tell us about Love in Stereo?
Love in Stereo. Yeah, I'm so ecstatic for it. It's been an amazing journey to put out these songs and create this world. And I'm so happy that the whole album's going to be out. And Stupid in Love is one of my favorite songs ever with Jin. And I'm just so happy that we've done so much pre-release teasing. The fans have been so patient. It's finally for you guys.
Pacing. Your pacing is so different than a lot of other artists out there.
Thank you.
Like there's no pressure. It feels like you're just going on your own time.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I think again it comes from just prioritizing my wife and my daughter first, and then the work stuff. I also appreciate it more. I'm not like as I'm grateful for each step, even if it takes longer. I enjoy each more, and I'm not like scared that I'm not headlining the stadium. If I get to pop out for a song at a stadium, dream come true. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's been really cool to do it in our own time.
So cool.
Thank you.
So cool.
Thanks,
Max,
Queen.
everybody. And I know that the show is sold out here in New York and other cities, but I guess we're going to keep our eye on your website, on all your socials to see like what else might pop up for you.
Well, I am doing a fun thing. I don't know if anybody's a boba fan, but I'm doing like a fun meet and greet at Boba Guys. They designed a drink for the Stupid in Love song that my wife and I got to choose which one we love the most. So we're doing that on Saturday, the Nolita location in New York. So come and say hello and drink a Boba Guys drink with us. The Stupid in Love drink. Let's go. I can't wait to drink it.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
Oh my gosh, you're so much fun.